This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented to you by Game Time. Snag the tickets without the stress. Use promo code CFBX on your first purchase to save $20. Download the Game Time app and use promo code CFBX. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Play the Underdog, pick them in college or the NFL, and win up to 20 times your money in one game. Plus, every Sunday, they're giving away $100K. Use promo code SGPN at Underdog Fantasy for a 100% deposit bonus up to $500. And we're also brought to you by Vizn. Sign up now and save 40% off with their football season special when you use promo code SGP. Vizn.com/subscribe, promo code SGP. And finally, we're brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame app or visit hofbets.com and use code SGPN to get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today. All right, D-Gens, welcome back. We are hours away from Ryder Cup teeing off. We got some NFL picks we want to go over. It's your boy Boston Capper with the God of Golf stuff, Steve Schirmer. Steve, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. A little tired. It's been a very busy week in my day job, but listen, I got to suck it up. I got 3 a.m. wake up call for the Ryder Cup. I'm going to read all the nasty, bitter text messages from you to get caught up. At that point, I don't even need to DVR the thing. And then I'll cook a nice breakfast and watch, hopefully, an American win in the sessions. And I really don't feel like being upset this weekend. So I really hope the boys come through.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I know your thoughts, but tell the people your thoughts on what do you think these matchups are.
What are you
feeling about what DJ threw out?
You know, it's not horrible. I mean, obviously, I don't love that Burns is going out with Scotty. I don't think that's going to go very well for alternate shot. Apparently, word yesterday was after their practice round. Scotty was grinding on the putting green with his coach, so that's not great. And Sam Burns was grinding on the range with his driver.
Oh no!
So, yeah, basically the biggest concerns I had about either guy is playing out right now. So that's not great. And I think Hatton and Rahm are just a formidable foe. I made a joke with you that you're just going to shadow bet Rahm and Hatton. And apparently you replied, "What shadow?"
Yeah, exactly. I'm fucking hammering that thing. I opened at minus 120. It's up to like minus 130, 135 now. But that's not even the biggest juice. The biggest juice is on Vic and Ludwig. And I feel like that's kind of trappy. Like they could definitely win it, but I don't know what that rookie's going to do. I'm not laying that type of juice with a rookie.
There is so much hype on Ludwig. I was listening to the Shotgun Star podcast today, and the guy threw out, Brendan, he said, you know, who's going to be the highest score on Europe? And he said Ludwig. I'm like, okay. Why don't we pump the brakes a little bit on this one? And his
Has any rookie ever been the highest point scorer?
I mean, like define Ryder Cup rookie. Like I think Cantlay and like Cantlay almost got it last year. Morikawa almost got it, during the Ryder Cup. They're technically rookies, but this is like literally a guy who's never played a major championship before and getting thrown right into the cauldron. I mean, on paper it looks great, but I actually kind of don't mind. Who's their opponent? Is it Straka and Lowry in that one, or no? Never mind. It's American. No. Oh, it's Homa and Harman.
And Harman.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with Harman going out in foursomes. I don't know if Homa was the best choice for him.
Really?
Well, we'll see.
Homa, they both cut well.
So Homa's a really good driver, so that works. Yeah. He's not all that long though. So I'm a little worried about Harman coming into, some of those approach shots there. But yeah, they are pretty good putters. Apparently they were feeding off each other in the practice rounds. You were spreading fake news. Apparently the reason why he was so far away from everybody was because it was a crosswind, and as a left-handed golfer, as someone I can attest to it. You get a really bad crosswind on a driving range, it can really screw up your swing. And that's exactly why I go hit through the hosel shanks every summer. It's definitely that damn crosswind. I hit into every year.
Yeah, so then you mentioned we got Straka and Lowry. They seem like the sacrificial lamb team, but
I kind of like that team though. Lowry drives it pretty good. He's got more pop off the tee than you think. Straka drives it really good. Both of them really good iron players. Both of them Straka's a really good putter too. And they go up against Ricky and Morikawa. That's kind of a strange one. I thought Ricky might have been in 4 balls, and Morikawa. I mean, I like him for this golf course. I just never anticipated Ricky to be paired up with him. And Ricky definitely does not have a great track record in this thing. I mean, I think Lowry and Straka are live dogs. I mean, I don't see them going out in the afternoon. They're going to give all their energy out. Team fat guys, maybe maybe that'll carry them.
You think Lowry's going to just club him from behind, and because of what happened last year when he stole the trophy right from him? Do you think he's just going to whack him on 17? It's all been a master plan.
I mean, I don't think it's going to rain in there. Although I heard stories that maybe Straka is secretly a double agent because he's really more American than European. He just has the flag there. It's like how Rory Sabatini isn't really from Slovakia. He's a South African, but there's that. And then the last one though, that is definitely the grand finale. Fleetwood and Rory versus Cantlay and Xander. I'm just going to get out of the way. I think Cantlay and Xander will get a much needed point in that one. Heading into 4-ball. I think they're going to take down Tommy and Rory. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I guess. So like I said, I bet the Rory one. I'm sorry, I bet the Rory one, but I really bet the Rahm one, and then I bet Europe 3-1, and then 2.5 to 1.5.
Okay.
For the rounds.
All right.
Because this new book doesn't let me parlay all the matchups, which is annoying.
Okay. I think it's going to be 2-2, and I think going to foursomes might end up backfiring Luke Donald, but then we'll see. I mean, with the 4-ball in the afternoon, maybe it's crazy and Europe ends up dominating that one. So
what do you think about bringing sorry ass JT over and then not even fucking using him and Spieth an alternate shot? Like, what's the point of bringing him over?
I don't really want JT an alternate shot. I don't think you can really trust him. I think
so. What's the fucking point? Why did he fucking bring him if you can't trust him in his best event with his best teammate? What was the fucking point?
Well, because the problem with JT this year was the triple bogey and the double bogey. He was making a lot of birdies, and that's what you need in 4-ball. So I'm fine with just having him be his own ball, make a couple birdies, and then if you really want to, take 5 shots out of the hay at one point, you can go do that, and maybe Spieth will bail your ass out. I think that's perfectly fine, especially with how erratic I think Spieth could be at this thing.
Yeah,
I kind of want the volatility boys playing 4-ball together, and maybe you just catch some magic and. Maybe the holes that Spieth gets triple bogey on, he gets birdie, and all of a sudden they shoot 53 as a team.
All right. Well, I don't know what time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to stay up. I think I'm just gonna have to wake up early and DVR it. I don't know because I gotta wake up early in the morning, make sure the kids are off. So
no. You have to fill me in, okay? Like this, I've been waiting for this for 2 years. Your salty text messages to wake up.
All right,
fine. Yeah, to give me some cliff notes.
So pissed,
dude. I have to do an inventory count tomorrow all day. You can stay up till 2:30.
Yeah, that's fucking fair.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll probably stay up till 2:33.
Okay.
And
then I'll tag you, and you're relieved, and then I will carry the duty from there.
I gotta wake up at 6:30, 3.5, but I think I can go back to bed tomorrow.
Okay. All right. What's it like?
Oh wait, no, I can't. I gotta go. I gotta go with my mother for a car estimate because she can't do it on her own.
I'm glad the listeners are getting an inside look into your morning schedule. I'm sure it's riveting podcasting right here.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anywho, all right. Well, that's the touch on the Ryder Cup. We'll see how it turns out. But before we jump into our NFL picks, Game Time, look, it's the best place to buy tickets on the internet right now. They got killer deals up to the last minute, and they have a best price guarantee. So look, forget planning months in advance. Like I said, they got tickets right up to the day of the event. Plus, you get exclusive flash deals on tickets on all your favorite sports, shows, comedy, theater, whatever tickles your fancy. The Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. One of my favorite things is you get the image of your seat, so you know exactly what you're going to be looking at before you buy the ticket. It's really helped me out when going to different away team stadiums. You think you're getting a good seat, and it's really not that good. So it's definitely helped me down in Tampa. We're going down to watch the Bruins games. So listen, snag the tickets without the stress. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CFBX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CFBX for $20 off. Download a Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. And Underdog Fantasy has the best way to play alongside your favorite football team all season long. You can win up to 20 times your money in a single game by going 5 for 5 from now until October 4th. Underdog is matching 100% of first deposits up to $500. $100,000 Sundays continue on Underdog Fantasy. Total of $2 million in prizes all season long. $100K in prizes this week. $10K to 10 people this week. And new sweepstakes every week on the NFL season. So watch along, make your picks, and maybe make a little cash over on Underdog's mobile app or website, underdogfantasy.com. When you sign up, use promo code SGPN. Underdog will double your first deposit up to $500. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code SGPN.
There you go. I'm actually going to make use of the Game Time app because so I'll be going to the Miami Giants game next weekend. And I asked my dad, because we're going with friends, like, hey, like where we're sitting, he's like, we actually haven't bought the tickets yet. So we will definitely be using the Game Time app in order to get our tickets and enjoy a
how many points is Miami going to put up?
47. I think
okay.
we're gonna get a couple defensive stops and hold them to 47.
I like it. Like it.
There you go. All right. Well, I mean, like Thursday football, it's going off right now, so there's no sense of giving a pick. I mean, I guess quick pick. I like
the Packers just for the record.
See, I actually like the Lions -2, but okay. All right, fine. Ooh, that's our Thursday pick. So why don't we get why don't we get to the homer pick? Capper, why don't we give it to you for your first homer pick for the week? Listen, talk about your Patriots. They finally get the big win against the Jets. So talk about the state of your team and how do you feel against the loathsome Cowboys this week?
So I don't know. I think I'm going to put them in a teaser. I don't think we get blown out by any stretch. The only thing that makes me a little nervous is the fact that Dallas just got embarrassed by Arizona on national TV. But I mean, look, the Patriots team is still the Patriots team. I think our defense can stifle Dak a little bit. Run the ball. I don't know. Revenge game. Zeke Elliott. I'm not betting this game other than probably putting it in a teaser. I don't have a good feeling about the Pats. I don't particularly have a good feeling about Dallas. So yeah, I think gun to my head, I take Dallas because Mac Jones is literally 0-10 as an underdog ATS. So yeah, no thank you. So I'll put it in a teaser. Hope they don't get blown out. But mustering, listen, allowing 10 points to Zach Wilson is a black mark on the defense. Like 10 points to that fucking bum and that terrible offense. Like that makes me a little nervous. Everyone we held him to 10 points. It's Zach fucking Wilson. He is legitimately the worst quarterback my eyes have ever seen, ever. So yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I think gun to my head, I'll take Dallas, but I think I'll put Pats in a teaser.
All right. I didn't see any of that Pats Jets game on Sunday. What was the worst throw? What was the worst throw you saw Zach Wilson throw all game?
The last throw was 4th and 10, and he checked down to a 3-yard throw on 4th and 10 for the last. This fucking terrible. It's like, what are you doing? Like, just no awareness of game situations or what's going on. Like, he is just bad, man. He is fucking atrocious.
That's great. You got 2 check down artists playing at MetLife Stadium. How cute. Yeah. Maybe they can go. Maybe they can go switch teams. At some point. I'll switch a rear. Well, why don't we get to my game? And look, I mean that Giants San Francisco game went exactly how I thought it was going to go. We had absolutely no answer for their pass rush. Our offense looked very broken at times. Really, it got close in the third quarter, but it's because they had really good field position. Other than that, though, the Giants just could not get anything going without Saquon Barkley. Everything was a 3-yard pass, 2-yard pass. They try to go downfield. Like defenses just can't really respect that. But I think what's going to end up happening is I actually got another thing on my card down the line related to Giants Seahawks, but just an introductory as far as what I'm thinking. I feel like anytime the Giants are going to be against teams without a pass rush, I think the offense is going to be functional at that point, especially when, where, you got some holes maybe in the secondary with the Seattle. I know Jamal Adams is going to come back, but Seattle can't really generate a pass rush. I mean, they let Andy Dalton basically go up and down the field all game last time. And Adam Thielen is 35 years old. And he had, basically turn back the clock game the last time. So I think the quick hitting offense is probably going to work for them. I think they're definitely going to be, in situations where if they're at home playing a bad defense, they can actually function. I am absolutely terrified about that defense more than that a little bit. But I think just got in my head, I saw Giants as a pick 'em today. I think I'm just going to take them. I think they're going to get the win on Monday.
Yeah, I don't hate that at all. At
Okay.
all.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you want to get our top 5 picks of the week?
Yeah, let's do it. You want to go? All right, you start with number 5.
Okay.
That's
All
how
right.
you've been doing it, and I've been doing well. So you go first.
Hey, last week was my first bad week. So, all right. So let's actually go back to your game. And you kind of talked about it a little bit. You mentioned that you think your Patriots defense is very good. I agree. I think it's just they're always going to be kind of just the stingy Patriots defense. As long as Belichick, I know he's kind of losing it up in the head there, but he's always going to have that defense prepared. Mike McCarthy's offense just in the red zone is absolutely putrid. I mean, the fact that Dak looked so befuddled against Jonathan Gannon, their defense wasn't very great. They still are without 3 offensive linemen this week early in practice, so that's not a good sign for them. And then on the flip side of the coin, New England's offense is complete trash, but I think they're going to slow the game down, have a little slogging offense. And I think your defense is going to confuse Dak, and he's probably going to make some mistakes. So the over-under sitting at 43.5 right now. I'm going to take the under on that game.
I like it. What was 44.5?
43.5.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, like 23-17, 23-16. I think the spread's good. I went back and forth on that one because like the Patriots have played pretty, they played the Eagles tough, they played the Dolphins tough, but they didn't cover the spread. So I think I'm just going to take the under in that game. I feel pretty good about that one.
Okay, I like it.
Okay. All right, what's your number 5 pick?
All right. So I'm going back to the well with the Raiders. I think that the public is so sour on this team. They're really not as bad as everybody thinks. Yeah, I mean, look, they've covered, and Josh McDaniels made that dumb fucking decision, kicking the field goal. But it's just a bad that I don't trust San Diego's terrible fucking defense. That defense is bad. It's a divisional game. It's 5.5 points. Jimmy G is gonna play. He's already through step 1 of the concussion protocol. And Devontae Adams is still a beast, man. And Jacoby Myers looks good. Josh Jacobs, they have a solid offense. Their defense isn't good either. I think 5.5 is too much, especially with that San Diego defense. And now, JC Jackson, who knows if he's gonna play. And then you got who's the safety? Derwin James. He's on the injury report now. If he doesn't play, fucking forget about it. Like 5.5 is too much. I don't need the Raiders to win. I need them to keep it close, and I think their offense can do that against their defense.
So I considered that, but the prospect of Brian Hoyer starting for the Raiders is
Jimmy's gonna start.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see about that. But I would agree, though. I think if Jimmy G does start, I would probably say the line's probably going to go down a point, probably to 4.5. I think Monty's going to come in at that point. Yeah. But because you're right, I mean the Chargers should not be laying 5.5 to anybody, especially with their what the hell was that? That fullback dive on 4th and 1. We're on like 25.
Oh, so stupid.
They're
that coach is a fucking moron too. These two are going to be just. Oh God, I can't. This coaching matchup is horrific.
I know
this fucking asshole.
Well, I thought about doing the over, but Brian Hoyer is a quarterback. I don't trust that. But even so, like how these coaches fuck up games, like I don't trust them getting to I think the over-under is like 48.
Yeah,
maybe that screws up or so. So, all right. So my number 4 pick. This is too many points on the road for this team, but this is just narrative streak, gut call. I've watched a lot of Sunday night games when just things go really bad for a team and Collinsworth starts calling them out and the fans turn on each other, especially a lot of Jets games like this. And you're right. Zach Wilson is horrible. I can just see in my head a lot of ways this plays out where either because the Jets locker room seems like it's just going to combust at any given moment. The defense maybe just quits on the game. I haven't been really impressed with their defense at all since Rodgers went out. So maybe they quit. Maybe the fans turn on the team. Like they start openly rooting for the Chiefs to blow them out. So it finally gives Robert Saleh a reason to just move on from Zach. And then it could be really ugly for them. So it's a lot of points on the road, but KC minus 9.5. I just feel like if you're going to take the other side with the Jets, like Like it'll be like halfway through the first quarter, I'll be like, what? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
So I'll take the points at KC.
Yeah, so the only thing that terrifies me about this. So here's the deal. I bet this Monday, right? Just because it was 9.5, I didn't want to get into 10. I didn't realize it was the 8:20 game. This has been sitting at 9.5. It touched 10 a few times. This is the 8:20 game. Everybody's gonna be chasing. Everybody and their cousin is gonna bet the Chiefs because who in their right mind is gonna bet fucking Zach Wilson, which is why I took the 9.5. I'm just a little worried about that spot at this point, just because it is what it is, and we know how football goes. It's everybody's chasing their losses on the standalone game. A huge road favorite against a terrible team, and for whatever reason, they sometimes cover. So yeah, makes me a little nervous, but that is a bet I actually have down already. So, but so I signed off on it, but I'm nervous about it.
Yeah, I feel like this is special circumstances though. Like how many times like that really bad team has a guy who can't complete a pass between here and my garage like wall is about 7 feet from me.
Yeah, and I'm with you. And so the Chiefs actually were my 4 pick. Zach Wilson's just so bad. He's impossible. Like he can't cover a game. Like I said, he is literally. I mean, can you think of a worse quarterback you've actually seen? And to think of what the Jets did, they went and got Brock Osweiler. I didn't even know that fucking guy was still in the league.
I know.
Brock Osweiler was still in the league.
Well, I saw they got Trevor Siemian. They got Brock Osweiler too.
Oh no, Siemian.
Yeah,
that's Siemian. Right, Siemian. Sorry, I get those 2 terrible Denver quarterbacks confused.
There you go. I mean, well, they also openly they hate the guy. Like that. Yeah. That's why I'm just going to take.
Did you see the linebacker laughing at the at some reporter asked him, when you're watching the tape and you see Zach Wilson, what does it make you think? And he tries not to laugh. And he's like, it's a team that wants to run the ball. And he starts to try to hold back. It's so funny, man. Zach Wilson's so bad, bro.
That is funny.
He's so bad.
So, all right.
So that was my 4th. What's your 3rd?
Okay. This is going to be an ugly pick.
Okay.
But I was not really impressed a whole lot with what I saw on Monday night from Cincinnati. I thought the Rams kind of gave them that game. Otherwise, though, Joe Burrow just looks off, and their offensive line is still really bad. That calf can blow up at any single moment. But now the Titans' offensive line also atrocious. Both of them have pretty good pass rushes. The difference being, though, Cincinnati has been really bad against the run so far this year, 25th in adjusted run yards. And Titans got thoroughly embarrassed. I feel like we're going to be like any team that comes off playing the Browns, I think the following week is going to be like, all right, this is a bounce back spot for them because the Browns defense is just so good.
So good.
Yeah. So Titans, I wish it was 3.5, but Titans plus 2.5. Vrabel's going to have them ready for this game. I think they're going to be able to do what they want on offense, at least, their identity. Just Cincinnati, just something stinks there.
Yeah. That was the game I left off. My last one that I left off. I like that game a lot. Vrabel as a home underdog feels like he comes through a lot in that position, especially coming off of a loss. And Burrows, like you said, just so bad. So I was worried about that offensive line, and like I'll bet it, but it just didn't make this official card.
Okay. All right. What's your number 3 pick?
So all right. So my number 3 pick. Everybody, this is a little terrifying. We just watched Miami dump 70 points on a team. Everybody's talking about it. It's the best offense ever. Greatest show on turf type territory. This is a great spot for the Bills. Listen, it's Josh Allen. That defense that McDermott runs out is a good defense. McDermott plays Miami really well. I just think that there's no way this isn't a letdown spot for Miami, and especially because everybody's talking about Miami. No one's talking about Buffalo. Buffalo can run the ball now with Cook. Allen, as long as he doesn't, you got to stop letting that idiot think. Just make him just don't make him think. Let him fucking throw the ball, run the ball. I just think it's a really good spot for the Bills. And -3, like divisional matchup. All the hype is on Miami. Yeah, I will take the Bills.
Okay. So are you concerned though because I was thinking about that game too, but the Bills defense has played Zach Wilson for most of it. A Raiders team that was coming off, I think, a short week, going it wasn't a short week, but it was East Coast. And I have no respect for the Raiders. So you obviously
I know it's very clear.
You have a soft spot for Jimmy G. I do not.
Oh, I don't give a shit about Jimmy G.
And then
You
they
got my
played
back.
a horrible Washington team with a quarterback who also doesn't deserve to be in the NFL, and Sam Howell. Are you concerned that maybe the Bills defense hasn't really played anybody yet, like a really good offense they haven't been tested?
Yeah, that's fine. I still think it's a better defense than anything Miami's. I mean, what? So Miami scored 25 on New England. I think New England's comparable to Buffalo on the defensive side of the ball.
Okay.
So, and I think the Bills' offense is light years ahead of the fucking Pats. So, at home, yeah, give it to me. Like it does. The quality of opponent that they played does worry me. But hey, man, you can only play the people that put in front of you, right? So, yeah, I like that spot a lot.
That's true. Okay. All right. My number 2 pick. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to go to a team that I am angry at because second year in a row, I picked Jacksonville to beat Houston in my survivor pool at home. Second year in a row.
I told you not to do it.
You know what it is, though? I went golfing again on that day, just like last year. I went to my country club, and as Jacksonville was playing Houston, I watched the game, and I was absolutely disgusted by the 14th hole about what I was watching. And then this time,
it was
I
my
went golfing
last week.
And then this time, I went golfing during the Jacksonville game, and I got rained out, but then I went to the bar, and I saw that it was 14-0 Houston. I went, well, I guess I just can't ever golf again if I pick Jacksonville. Well, I'm not golfing this Sunday, so there we go. I don't have them in my survivor pool because I'm dead. But look, I mean, like, maybe I'm just a sucker for this Jacksonville team. I might be, but this Atlanta team, they are one-dimensional. I know Jacksonville's defense sucks, but the one thing they can do, they can stop the run. And I feel like if you can do that against Atlanta, then you know what? Like that's the game for them. So Jacksonville -3. I think they're going to, right the ship. And I don't believe in this Atlanta team.
Sorry, I meant to mute the camera. Yeah, listen. So that's my lock. My lock is Jags laying 3. That's my lock. The nice bounce back spot, playing in the comfy confines of London that they're very used to. Zach Wilson, the worst quarterback I've ever seen. Desmond Ridder, not too fucking far behind. That guy stinks. Stinks. And this coach outthinks himself running Tyler Algiers instead of Bijan Robinson, who's clearly the most talented player on that fucking offense. So yeah, I like Jacksonville bounce back spot. Dougie P took over play calling duties in the second half. They looked a little better in the second half. Yeah, I trust the offense and definitely trust that defense to be able to stop the run and force Desmond Ridder to throw the fucking ball. Gross. So Jags -3, lock of the week.
There you go.
Lockstep. Not lockstep, but all right. I'll give you my number 2 pick before you give your lock. So it's going to be Eagles first half. Ooh. So yeah, okay. So they jump out to fast starts. They've still. I just don't like the how high the number is for the full game. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're 2-1 this year. First half. Last year it was something fucking ridiculous. I can't even remember what it was, but I remember betting it a lot and it cashing. So Philly first half come out of the gates, at home against that awful fucking Commanders team. The only thing, the thing that worries me with that many points is what happens if they bring Heineke in. You know what I mean? That's like the worst case scenario. I don't want to see Heineke.
Well, it's not Heineke anymore. Heineke's the backup in Atlanta. So you don't want to. It's Jacoby Brissett.
I definitely don't want to see Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, that's even worse.
Yes.
Yeah. So whatever. I like Eagles to jump out to a fast start. And then just kind of, whatever. They don't want to get anybody hurt. It's a divisional game. 8 points is a lot for a divisional game, even against a bad opponent. But first half, -4, -5, whatever you can get it at. Love it.
Okay. All right. Before I get to my lock, we had a comment in the stream. JJ Witt talking Ryder Cup. Watch the end of this video. Watch this get done, and then go back to about the first 10 minutes.
Yep.
We talk about day one and kind of reactions about that too. So go back and do that. But anyways, all right. So my lock of the week. I already said earlier in the show when I was talking about the Giants, we were going to revisit this, and I left a little breadcrumb saying how terrible Seahawks defense is, and they are. Anytime you let Andy Dalton throw for 350 yards against you at this stage,
it's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. Well, the Giants are probably worse on defense. They cannot stop anything. They can't get any pass rush. I heard a stat today. I think they blitz on 56% of their opposing quarterbacks dropbacks. And they've gotten pressure, I think, like 16% of the time. That's atrocious considering they had Kayvon Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams and Azeez Ojulari and I think Aldrick Robinson too. They've spent all this money and capital and you still can't fucking get a pass rush. Are you kidding me? How is this possible? And then we got 2 rookie cornerbacks going into, you got DeAndre Banks talking crap to DK Metcalf. That's not going to go well. You haven't been very good all year so far. Why do you think a 6'3", 230-pound monster is going to do to you this week? But Seattle's defense is very porous too. 23rd DVOA, 29th in adjusted sack rate, which I think the Giants can actually have a common offense. I love the over in this game. Over 47 for Seahawks and Giants. It's going to be good weather. I think both teams are going to score a lot of points on Monday night.
Like it.
All right. What's your?
I think that's a good sneaky spot.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, all right. So you did your lock, and then are you all done? You got any more picks?
Yeah, I just gave you my number 2. That's my first half Eagles. My lock's the Jags -3.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was funny. So my boy Pete was at the game. He was on like the 40-yard line, like fucking 3 rows up. And I was texting him. I was like, "How's the mood there, buddy?" He's like, "Fucking awful." So the faithful, the Jaguar faithful, are not fucking happy. But I do think it's a good bounce back spot for them.
Okay.
That's my favorite pick. And listen, we're gonna ending Ryder Cup coverage that morning, fucking right into a fucking 9 o'clock game, and I will be watching that Toy Story mode. Have you seen that?
I heard about it. So what are they actually doing with it? Like, is this gonna be Woody and Buzz Allen kind of just doing play-by-play?
Yeah, they're in Andy's room, and they're all the players are gonna be animated as live action. So it's gonna be crazy. I can't.
Are they actually bringing back Tim Allen? Because I heard he got canceled.
Why did he get canceled? What did he do?
I think he did something. I think
the dude was a coke dealer, like a massive coke dealer, and went to prison after flipping on people. How does he get canceled after?
I don't know. I think it's because of his political affiliation. I think they just canceled him, but I don't know.
Dude, you know that, right? Like he was moving weight, like big time, like moving weight. Like he was like going to, like, if he didn't get pinched and roll on those guys, like he was gonna be like a drug dealer forever.
It was him and Nate Newton,
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. All
right, man. So, all right. Well, I will send you. I really hope they're not salty text because Rom and Hatton are going off first. So I hope they're not salty.
Well,
I am still rooting for the U.S., I guess, but like I have my money on
Europe. You know what? I think you need to be honest. The fact that Rom and Hatton are going to go probably 5-0 or 4-0 together and play all 5 matches, like. Yeah. You are going to turn on the U.S. quicker than Benedict Arnold did.
Ole. Ole, ole, ole.
Such a bad guy. I'm going to mute you the entire weekend. And then if the U.S. is down 10-6 going to Saturday, then you know what? Maybe we'll record an emergency podcast and I'll just rant for about 3 hours straight.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, do a nice Sunday morning while we're watching the Jags, cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm down.
Maybe. All right.
We'll add to the network's pregame shows. There's fucking like 6 of them now. So we
can. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
All right. Well, listen, you guys, obviously have fun watching the Ryder Cup tonight. I'll try to post on Twitter what the plays will be moving forward. And you guys know where to find Steve in that Slack channel. Come follow me on Twitter at Boston_Capper. And go Team Europe. Let's go.